he's now a father of 5 young kids, which gives him a unique perspective on parenthood. He's parlayed his observational jokes into 2 best-selling books, Dad is Fat and Food, a Love Story. Next week, he begins starring in the Jim Gaffigan Show, loosely based on his life.
So I ate a cake. Who hasn't eaten a cake, huh?
Me! I've never eaten a whole cake. You're rationalizing.
Oh, you're in denial. Watch this. Blanca, have you ever eaten a whole cake?
No.
Well, what about a flan?
Flan is not a cake.
Yeah, and a quesadilla is not Mexican pizza. I don't need to communicate this to her. We all rationalize, Jeannie.
When are you going to admit you have a problem with overeating?
That's my act. In my act, I'm an overeater. In real life, I'm just a regular old guy who happened to eat a little cake. All right, it was a big cake. But it's not like I ate 2 cakes. I ate 1 cake.
Jim Gaffigan is also a contributor for CBS's Sunday Morning. Jim, good morning. Happy 49th birthday.
Oh, my gosh.
Yes.
It's your first 49th birthday, too.
Every birthday I have here on CBS This Morning. No, it's weird. I'm 49, but I feel like I'm 78. I feel like it's insane. Yesterday I was 20 years old, and now
Look
it's
what
just
happened.
going
I
so
think
fast.
the 5 kids probably play a big role
It's
in some of that.
something to do with that. I say 5, but I'm not sure the number. Because they're always moving. They're moving and they're going somewhere. I don't know.
It is like a tornado that swirls around you, I notice. I mean, when we spent time together for a piece for Sunday Morning a couple of years ago, and you were living as much like your show in a 2-bedroom house.
Yes.
For real. This was not an experiment.
Yes, and on the TV show, they measured our apartment and rebuilt it, and they determined that our real apartment was too small to shoot in. So they had to make it a little bit larger for cameras. But now we have moved. Now we live in a studio apartment. No, but now we live in a larger place. But it's still not big enough. We could live in, we could
Yeah.
move
Yeah,
to
for 5
Madison
kids,
Square
right?
Garden, and there's still
Still.
not enough room for Daddy to nap.
So tell us about this new show. You work with your wife on it.
Yes.
How's that working out?
It's amazing. My wife and I have never argued once in our entire relationship. No, it's amazing. My wife, Jeannie, is my writing partner in all things. So we've written 11 episodes, and it's this amazing opportunity for us to really execute our vision on a television show. It's very rare. You know, TV Land gave us the opportunity, and we're really thrilled. I mean, it's an enormous amount of work, but we love it.
Did you guys have a conversation where you said certain things are off topics? Let's not translate everything onto television, or is it free for all?
Yeah, I mean, well, my style of comedy is not kind of like, I'm going to tell you the most embarrassing thing I've ever done. But it is, all the stories are kind of inspired from our life, but it's more of an opportunity for us to create the show that we wanted to do, you know, the type of comedy that we wanted. It's single camera, it's
also very clean. I mean, it's very family friendly, and I don't know if that's by design or...
Well, you know, I'm a clean comic, and I always say when people ask, why am I clean? I always say it's because Jesus told me. But no, I think it's stylistically, you know, I'm a comedian. That's just how the comedy comes out. It's not this elaborate design. I think comedians get a lot of credit or criticism for the type of comedy they would do anyway. So, you know, some of my comedy deals with, you know, an exploration of the id or just me talking about muffins. So it's not necessary to curse.
You and Jeannie have always worked together.
Yes.
She's always stayed off camera,
Yes.
in effect. Did you even discuss her being in this show?
Yeah, I mean, the initial version of, this show, we wrote a version of this show before we even had kids, where we were raising kids in downtown Manhattan. But there was a version, Jeannie's an actor also, and some of it is going through the network model and of creating a television show. It wasn't a likely opportunity that she was going to be able to play herself. So we ended up getting lucky that she didn't play herself, because we really need that fresh perspective from one of the writers and the executive producers, which is Jeannie, to see all this. Because if we were both in the show, it would be really hard to have a fresh set of eyes on what was occurring.
Well, we're big fans of Jim Gaffigan in our house, as you know.
Oh, thank
And
you.
also because you love bacon.
I do love bacon.
Finest food out there, right?
But it's, you know, like, look, it's, you know, there are food trends. There is a bit of bacon's reaching its threshold. Like, you know, the bacon vodka. You know, I don't know if we need bacon vodka. You know, I wish only the best for bacon vodka. But there is something about the bacon trend that's getting control. There's different trends. I mean, I know your husband's a chef. I'm convinced that the avocado toast is, I think we're in the avocado toast era.
Yeah.
And it's a little ridiculous. It's just avocado on toast. And people
Yeah.
are like, here, now it's 10
Right.
bucks.
Right, that's very fancy. Yeah.
Right.
Listen, while you're here, I want to ask you about Eisner's comments, because a lot of other
Yes.
comedians have come forward and, you know, said in response to his comments that unbelievably beautiful women are not funny. And a lot of women were offended, but as a comedian who's in this sphere, did that surprise you? What do you think of that?
Well, I think that the underlying theme of this is it's really kind of it's bigotry, right? I mean, it really, the underlying thing is like whether a woman's attractive or not. Are women funny? And I feel like it's a debate that is ridiculous. It's kind of like when people bring up, hey, maybe we should debate whether the world's round or flat. It's absurd. You know, I think it's great the success that comedians are having today that happen to be women. But I grew up, you know, Carol Burnett was probably one of the stronger influences on my comedic sensibility.
Mm-hmm.
Watching her made me want to go into the entertainment industry. And, you know, Phyllis Diller, I think, was one of the first stand-up comedians I've seen. So
Lily
I don't know.
Tomlin.
Yeah, I mean,
Lily Tomlin.
unbelievable.
Mm-hmm.
And so, but I feel like, you know, Mr. Eisner, I mean, some of it is, yeah, I mean, it's not the most intelligent, you know, statement anyone's made, but I don't know, you know, it's like bigotry and sexism. It's like every generation, like my kids, all 1,000 of them, will look at me and think I'm an idiot on some of this stuff.
You're actually taking your kids on the road with you?
Yes.
All 5 of them?
Yes.
Is this a regular thing?
Well, we're going on a 30-city tour this summer, starting on the 16th.
So
of
they each
July.
get their own bus?
Well, no. I mean, I'm not coming home with all of them. You know, I'm dropping some of them off in different areas.
The cities.
It's like Johnny Appleseed. Here, you'll be in Iowa for the rest of your life. But no, so we're traveling, and we get on this tour bus, and we bring a babysitter, and it's a journey, but the kids love it.
That's
good. Yeah.
It's their camping.
Well, happy birthday, Jim. Thank you so
Thank
much
you.
for being here this morning. The Jim Gaffigan Show premieres July 15th on TV Land. You're watching CBS This Morning.